The effective soul winner. A very paramount thing to understand that when we talk about soul winners, effective soul winners, we are talking about wealth that go beyond this. Wealth that goes beyond this. Riches that go beyond this world. Wow. It is not something you get rewarded here only. There is an investment that is eternal significance. When the church sees the world, we are attracted to its devices, or rather its attractions. We lust after what it offers. The whole world can decide this is the fashion trend, and people are wearing skirt that ends where they start, and the world joins and we go with it. They are willing to do for a lie what the church will never do for the truth. We are not as dedicated to our truth as the world is dedicated to their sin. This is the reason why Jesus said prostitutes will get to heaven before you. Look at the way you judge others for simple small sin. For things you think are sins, the way you judge others. The world is convinced. If they say today all we do is, what are those things called? Leggings. Imagine a man in a long john on the street. I'll see you now. You see, it doesn't work, right? But women are rocking it on the streets. And it's okay, it's fashionable. It's not fashion, it's sin. So sin entered you. You can't see now what the problem you are having. You can't. Why would you need your body indented like that? That everything comes out. There is nothing wrong. There is nothing you can see. Everything is out there. They are willing to do for a lie what the church will never do for the truth. We are not as dedicated as sinners. In fact, as a matter of fact, we have joined the sinners now. Most of you don't have an idea how serious heaven is. That all you think is you're going to make it because somehow you're doing something perfect. Let me tell you something now before we go anywhere. You are not going to heaven because there is something you have done that is so good in being a church member. Are we not talking about effective soul winner? Yes. You can never be an effective soul winner until you look at sin and condemn it. You can never. Until sin becomes sin to you, you can't go. You can never be a soul winner. Because to be a soul winner is to remove somebody from danger. But if you don't know it's danger, and you are exactly like the person you want to win, how are you going to win them? From where? Because you think you've already been won. So the first point of being an effective soul winner is to look at danger and know it's danger and it's killing somebody. And I now need to remove them from danger into life. Until you get to that point, you will never ever become an effective soul winner. Otherwise, you win souls in order for this church to have more people. So you're just increasing the register and God is not involved. What are you doing on the street? Are you really trying to get somebody out of hell into heaven? This is the point. That's number one. Number 2 point is to understand that every place you are in is your permanent position to be a soul winner. Let me explain. Soul winning is actually our permanent job. Accounting job you got that time is the temporary one. The job you have, the career you want to pursue is a temporary one. You are a soul winner full time, and anything else you do is part time. Don't think my job is full time and soul winning is part time. You were given that job to win everyone that is working at that company. That's all. Sometimes you being fired from a company is a blessing because God has seen you have won everyone. Wow. You no longer need to continue. Or you have failed to win even one. You're not being effective in the ministry that He called you to be in. So you have to be fired from that job. Then you come here for prayer requests. I need a job. We can give you a job, but what are you doing when you get there? This is the reason why the Bible says it this way, and I want you to understand the revelation of it. It says, whosoever is joined to a prostitute has become a prostitute. It doesn't make sense. Because I thought if the prostitute is joined to me, a holy man, a prostitute becomes a Christian. It then seems as if a prostitute has got an ability to impart on a Christian. No, opposite. Then we find Jesus going to a location, and this location he went to was, a temple was about 300 meters away. And Jesus gets to the city and goes straight to the well to wait for a prostitute to arrive. And he sits there to wait for the prostitute. And he sends his disciples into town. And the Bible says they'd gone into town to buy meat, specifically to buy meat. Maybe some barbecue or some braai or something like that. And he's left alone. And when they came back, he was speaking to a prostitute. They said, Master, are you not hungry? He says, I have food you know not of. But you were with a prostitute. You said, but... Now imagine the prostitute did not wait for Jesus. Jesus waited for the prostitute there. And the prostitute came there, and guess what? Jesus started asking the prostitute, so what's happening with you? I've got this, I've got this. How many husbands do you have? These are the questions. How many husbands do you have? She says, after revealing her own life herself, yes, sir. Not Jesus. Yes, sir. Jesus said, you're right. What you said is true. This is the prophecy you find in the Bible. What you said is true. In fact, the husband you have is not your own. See, yeah, he said, what you said is true. Do you see this? What you say, what is true. The lady who is a prostitute left that location, went into the whole town and told people, come see a man who has told me all about me. Yet, Jesus was asking her. Prostitutes have got certain mentalities that they can spread the word. They don't care about reputation. Because their reputation is only being naked. No, you didn't hear that. You didn't hear that. So they don't care about anything. So there is a thing in a prostitute that Jesus saw and said, this one will go to heaven before you. So your biggest problem is you have never understood that you are born and created to soul win. That's all. You were not born to get that job you are in right now. That company you started is not your calling. The Bible says, go ye into all the world and preach. Go ye all. Did he say women? Did he say men? No. Did he say bishops or prophets? Go ye all. Say, but women are not allowed to preach. Your woman might not be. So understand this. Understand this. When you understand that every job you have been given by divine providence allow you to be a manager, to allow you to be a director, that's not your job. That's an area to find souls. That's all. But I'm in the army. Yes. While he's holding a gun like this, brother so-and-so, comrade so-and-so, sergeant so-and-so, corporal so-and-so, that one, tell him we are holding guns here. But guess what? You need to receive Christ.
A good news world with Uebert Angel, provoking a reaction and always worth hearing.